All right, I want to take a minute to show you guys a little tip slash trick that you didn't learn in your library tutorial. And this relates mainly to your citations and your citation format, specifically with APA because it is something that's challenging and it's not as streamlined and easy as MLA format. So I found an article, if my topic is censorship in literature, and I found this article here, right? And suppose that this happens to fit my needs. I found some really good information, and now I need to cite it for my annotated bibliography because that's what I'm going to be working on. So if you look in your little seagull in APA style format, it's going to show you, I mean, I love these books and I encourage you guys not to get rid of them after you finish this class because they're such a valuable tool when writing papers. So anyways, if I look in my APA style format and I want to know how to cite an article available through a database, which of course this is what my article is, it gives me my formula here. So the first thing I notice is that it's different than MLA because obviously it's the author's last name, but instead of the first name, it's the author's initials and not their entire name spelled out. And also different from MLA format is right after the author's name and initials, you have the year number. And another thing that is really tricky when working with APA is the way that titles are formatted. Now, in an MLA citation, a title is going to be in quotation marks. The title of an article is going to be in quotation marks. And the title of the article itself is going to adhere to proper capitalization. But with an APA article, you want to notice that the title of an article is only the first letter is italicized. I mean, not italicized. Only the first letter is capitalized. Everything else is lowercase. And then you have the title of the journal, which is italicized. That's the same for both MLA and APA format. Then you have a volume number, an issue number, pages, and a DOI. And if there is no DOI, you put retrieved from, you have to have retrieved from the name of the database or the URL. So here you have an example of an APA citation of an article available through a database. And like I said, I've got the author's last name, the initial, the year, and then there's that funky wonky title where everything is lowercase. My journal title that's italicized, everything else is there. So how do I get that for me and my annotated bibliography? Well, if you click on the article that you want to use and cite and look at, all of the information that you have in here or all the information that you need for your citation is right here. Here are my authors. Here's the title of the journal or the source, the volume number or the date, the volume number, the issue number, and the page range. And then if I scroll down, I have a DOI. Now, I know that this is a lot of information, and I encourage you all to at least know what things look like in terms of, or know how to find the way to cite something properly, whether it's in your handbook or whether you Google it, or look at the formula or the format. But if you notice in your tool section right here, there's a little button that says cite. And I'm showing you a little way, I'm showing you kind of a cheat way, so to speak, in how to get your citation without having to take the painstaking effort of finding all this information and then putting it into um, a citation yourself. So here I have my APA citation, and all I have to do is copy that and then, oops, and then paste that into my Word document. Now, the danger of doing that is, I don't know if you guys can see on this video, is that it's going to have this ugly gray screen background. And if you're going to cheat, you got to know the rules, right? So I'm going to keep text only. And so there I have all of my information that I need for my APA citation format. I've got my author's last name and the initial, and got both of my authors' last names and their first initial, the year, and then I have the title of the article. But you notice after I showed you guys what we learned in our little Seagull handout, or not handout, but our little Seagull, is that titles are this is not the way a title is formatted for an APA citation article. So you want to make sure that you go through and you change it. So there's nothing wrong with copy and pasting these citations if you know the rules, if you know that this is what I need to look for and this is what I need to change. And then another thing that you notice is that the Journal of Adolescent and Adult Literacy should be italicized because it's a common convention, both MLA and APA, for titles of journals to be italicized. So I can go through, I think I can go through, and I can change that to be an italicized journal title. So here I have my citation. So the only thing that I need to change, Times New Roman, 12 point, and then of course my hanging, oops, my hanging indent. So the reason I wanted to show you guys this is because I know sometimes I'm not asking you guys to memorize the way things are formatted in a citation, um, to memorize these citation formulas, because MLA and APA are both constantly in flux. They're changing all the time, but you should at least know the basic rules so you can change. I mean, if you're going to take a shortcut, you got to know the rules so you can make sure that it's appropriately formatted, and so you have it correct. The other thing that I want to mention is I know that there are MLA and APA templates in your Microsoft Word or in your Google Drives and things. I encourage you guys not to use those because they are out of date. So it's going to show you wrong, and it's going to put a bunch of stuff that you don't need and that's no longer relevant to APA citation style or MLA citation style. So look in your use your little seagulls and the APA tutorial and really look at what an APA paper looks like. For example, you have a title page, how page numbers are formatted, and then, oops, instead of a reference or instead of a works cited page, you have a works cited page. So, oh, Sorry if something funky happened. My cat walked on the keyboard. Go through and look at what a an APA style paper looks like. There's a sample paper in your little seagull. So use your resources, use your tools, and let me know if you have any questions. But I do want to say that work smarter and not harder, and take advantage of this little tool that says cite. And just remember, sometimes the APA citations are going to be perfectly fine and they're going to be formatted correctly, but other times you have to go through with and really look and see if they are correct. So let me know if you have any questions, and I hope this was helpful.